Today's topic is all about how social media can sabotage your writing. If you've got 5 minutes, I've got 5 tips to help you avoid that. Now, it seems to me that everybody today who writes is on social media. They're on Facebook and they're on Instagram and they're on Twitter, not so much anymore. They're on LinkedIn and they're on TikTok. They're everywhere, and they're trying to figure out ways to use these social media platforms and to create their own social media presence. And it seems to me that this is a little bit upside down. As far as I'm concerned, the writing should come first and the social media should come second. Now, to figure out if you've got a problem with social media and if it's sabotaging your writing, I've got 5 questions for you and tips to go along with those to figure out whether or not social media is causing a problem for you for your writing. Question number 1, how much time do you spend on social media? Every day, every week, every month? Do you even know the answer to that? If you don't, it's time to find out. My tip? Set yourself some limits. Figure out how much time you're actually spending on social media and then figure out how much you can cut down. Set those limits and use that time for writing. Question number 2, are you judicious about the kinds of online writing groups that you belong to? Are you deliberate about what you're doing, or are you just kind of flailing around there? And my tip is, decide what you want to accomplish online. Set yourself a few objectives. Figure out which of the groups and which of the platforms is helping you to achieve that objective, and ditch the rest of it. Question number 3, are you actually taking advice from amateurs? I've mentioned this before in other videos about social media related issues. Have you actually ever posed a question about writing on one of those writing sites where everybody else is just as amateur as you are? My tip for you is just stop doing it. Stop asking questions and listening to the answers that are coming from people who don't really know any more about it than you do. You can almost figure that out by reading their answers. Their answers are often poorly written, using improper grammar, nobody paying any attention to any of their punctuation, and simply providing you with their experience, if you like, or their opinion based on nothing more than their flailing around on the internet. Question number 4, do you compare your work to the work that others post on social media sites? One of the things you have to remember about social media is that people tend to embellish, number 1. Most of the people on those Facebook and LinkedIn sites that you're interacting on who say that they are best-selling authors, in fact, are not. Not in the sense that you understand what a best-selling author means. These are not books that have ever made it onto the New York Times bestseller list or the Newsweek bestseller list or the Globe and Mail bestseller list. No, not at all. Quite often, those books that make it to the top of one best-selling subgroup on Amazon were forced there by sales, when an individual who wrote a book got all their friends to buy their book on the same day, and they ended up number 1 in a particular group, small subgroup within the larger groupings of books on Amazon, and now they call themselves best-selling authors. Stop comparing yourself to those. Question number 5, do you spend your time offline thinking about the things that you're doing online? Or thinking about the things that you read online, or the things that someone said online? All of this becomes extraneous fluff in your head. It gives you what we can call monkey mind. You're thinking about this and that and the other thing, and you can't focus on your own writing. And when this starts to happen, when you start thinking about the things that are going on online when you're actually offline, it's time to take action. And my tip here is just stop. Take a break from social media completely. And I mean completely. I mean for a minimum of a week and more if you can manage it. Take an actual break from it so that you stop thinking about all of this and you kind of reset your brain and refocus on your writing. I also want to know, just kind of an extra little question here, is do you count your followers? You know, none of that really matters if your writing is crappy. Make your writing better. And then the followers will be there because they'll be interested in what you have to say. So the bottom line is, be thoughtful about the time you spend on social media, what you're doing on social media, the groups you belong to, who you're interacting with, and how frequently. Maybe it's time for all of us to go and have a look at our social media platforms and decide if we really need to be there. Talk to you next time. Subscribe to Write, Fix, Repeat, and maybe I can help you improve your writing knowledge and skills. 5 tips at a time.